Only a cafe. I'm curious myself, guys. Units lost. Really far behind by another 2,000 minerals or so and stuff. Minerals and gas. He's just... This is kind of cool to look at. I mean, the Thors themselves, I kind of like them more without the extra stuff on them. But they look way cooler when they're walking around with Vikings. Let's get rid of this annoying tab in the way. Biggest mistake right now, you don't have a ball of units. I mean, this guy's just hanging out. There we go. Back him up. Like, I know you don't want to A-click. I know that you've got Protoss and Zerg roots, but honestly, balling up your army and A-clicking them is not an effective strategy. Just make sure they're tied up together, unless he's got tanks, and he doesn't, so. I like to listen. Oh, no. See, this is not good. You're losing these Marines that need to be fighting right now, and if you had them all together, that would have just been slaughtered. This would have been close. I mean, it's not even that close right now. But you are going to get a pincer. See, and then you got to engage with this side, too. Otherwise, it's just like two mini armies fighting one big army. Go Marines! Quality over quantity! Damn it. Yeah, so this game so far, the fails are definitely micro fails. You gotta put a little less thought into your army, Mr. Terran player. Here they come, the simmed Marines. There goes Mr. Marauder. Run, Mr. Thor, run! And yeah, if you had just balled up and A-clicked, you would have been just fine. Needs to siege up, definitely. Just siege up and get ready for the offense, because you definitely don't have the units right now. You need to stay close to the PFFs forever. What's he doing? He is doing everything. Like, seriously. As a Protoss player, even 20 minutes in the game, it doesn't seem feasible to me to have every single tech. But as Terran players, you can get every tech in like 14 minutes. Like, I got every piece of fucking tech ever. Good time to land the Viking, methinks, maybe, because you're not doing so hot with the Viking. You want me to land them to win. Shit. I like how the Vikings... Like, if you were a Viking pilot, would you really just fly away for a few seconds to try to get away? You're like, I probably should just fly away. Done. Not much to say here. I mean, he out-microed you. Right now, you're pretty much holding on for dear life. You're definitely macro-failing harder than he is right now, though. Damn. What was that about not having splash damage on the ground? Because that looked like splash damage. Maybe that was just my eyes confusing me, but definitely looked like splash damage. You have upgrades over him? You do! That's good. I always love to see your upgrade plays, Project. They stay on top of the game, and it pleases me sexually. Macro failing a lot, just use the supply drop. If you macro fail a lot, it's okay to just use the supply drop a lot. I mean, you need to expand really bad, or just yule the shit out of that place. Only 2 more factories to compensate for the macro fail. You're not doing so bad, but he's definitely Thoring it up. Like I said last replay, you can never let somebody mass Thors because, like Marines, they're very good at killing a lot of things. Except for Mutalisks, which they can't beat at all. They're horrible against Mutalisks, even when they're magic boxed. Except for they're still cost effective. Whatever. So, your opponent right now, he pushed out for this expand. If you remember how how he fought for it, he fought very desperately, I feel. Perhaps you can't see it as well as I can, but when you watched him play, doesn't it feel like he's going to keep throwing units at you until you either fall back or kill him? In this position, you can probably assume that your opponent is not hidden expanded, which is nice because this map, which I knew the name of, Jungle Basin, it's really good for not secret expansions. I accidentally clicked both mouse keys at the same time, making the game explode. Time paradox. Oh no! Get one! Yes! Good. Good kill. And see, he's doing the same thing that you did. Now his army's kind of spreading out. You can take advantage of that. But your Thor needs to be over here! It seems, Project, that you're a little too defensive in your mindset sometimes. But, you know, you didn't start off as a Terran player. You're not doing bad. You're getting better at the game. I love when you walk into just a siege line and you take the shots, especially with a Thor, you're like, fuck off, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Expanding to the right, I guess from your perspective, you guys can imagine Project Fox is more like this way. He's expanding to his right. Thor, ship drop is gonna get shut down really fast. Goodbye, Thor. I loved you. 6 life. You guys ever seen oh shit. My life is just ruined. I try to remember a funny thing and then it got fucking destroyed. And then he's gonna push out so I can't even remember. Battle cruiser, going to use your motor cannon and then just back up like a bitch. Okay, I'm just gonna back up like a bitch instead. I'm a bitch. I'm a battle cruiser. Jeez, the sound effects are kind of loud, guys. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. My roommate has a hearing impediment. Not really, but he likes to listen to the computer at high volume. I like it here when it's quiet and happy. Your opponent is macro failing, so are you. I don't care. Go kill him. Who cares about the siege line? Kill him. Ah! This might be the worst advice I gave to somebody in the past ever, but who cares? I want you to go fucking kill him. Make your army bigger than his and just slaughter him like animals. Yeah. So I'm really getting in the mood here, guys. Especially after I just watched my poor friend Thori die. Thori. Wally. Thori. What was I going to talk about? Yamato cannon! Boom. Boom. Battle cruiser operational. Boom. History of the World Part 1. Mel Brooks film. If you guys haven't seen it, honestly, great watch. It's rated R for good reasons. But if you have seen it, I'm sure this will mean more to you than it does to me. Unfortunately, I can't roll my R's because the way I say my S's is different. Look it up if you're curious. Free! 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 Probably should link a video for you guys. Or you can just look it up. History of the World Part 1 is the name of the movie. There is no Part 2. It's a joke by Mel Brooks. History of the World Part 1. Free! 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 Or just like prison scene, something. There's little children outside. They're probably looking at me thinking, what the hell's wrong with that guy saying free? Free! Another voice I like to do is the Willy Wonka voice. If you guys remember, I love this, like dun dun dun. And Willy Wonka, The Chocolate Factory, the old one with Gene Wilder. I'm kind of a sucker for Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks. They're great actors in my opinion. The parents are asking him, after Augustus gets destroyed, his intestines get ripped out through his butthole in the chocolate river, destroying all the chocolate forever. He's like, that's 105%. Any good? He goes, like, you know what? I didn't wake up too long ago, so I had cupcakes for breakfast today. I don't have to say it right, but he goes, yes. I like to say that voice too. Unfortunately, now your opponent is in super defensive position. I would not suggest engaging, but the Thors are so cool. I actually think you got a pretty good chance of this if he didn't have his own Thors, which kind of equally number yours after the siege line. But we're going to see how this goes down. Upgrades. Is it upgrades? Yes, you have the upgrade advantage. That's what your big advantage is right now. That's why you're living so well. Oh, but there's too many siege tanks. You're fighting at such a bad disadvantage, and as we know from the campaign, Thors, especially with 1 HP, are such an insane baller. Are not very good against air units, realistically, unless they're light mutalisks. I mean, they said against mutalisks. What was I thinking about again? Oh yeah, you guys ever play Metal Gear Solid 4? Tell me who that looks like, honestly. Do you guys not see it? That is definitely Solid Snake. Liquid. Team Liquid. Snake? Snake? Snake! Ah, I love that game. I beat like the first 3 chapters with just my knife because it was so easy. I played it on the 4th out of 5th highest difficulty and it was still too easy, so I just beat people up with my knife. And my friend Raven, who's letting me play it on his PS, is like, you shouldn't kill people, you should just sneak past them. Like, where's the fun in that? I love walking up behind somebody. And I know if you guys have played it, just imagine my hand gestures. You walk up behind somebody, you kind of silence them with your first hand, and then you put the knife up to their neck. And then I'd hold the triangle button so hard that they'd get past that, and I'd just go slicey slicey, and they'd fall to the ground. And there was a guy taking a pee off the edge of the cliff, too. That was so funny. I mean, like, if I was peeing and somebody came up behind me and cupped my mouth and put a knife to my throat, I'd probably just shit my pants. I'm like, this is... okay, not good. Back up, Thories. No, don't die! I love how well you stay on top of your upgrades, though. It's really commendable play. Okay, Mr. Thor, guess what it's like to be caught out of position now? Yo, I'm going to call my Thor homies. This is good play. Bringing the Thor that has only 1 HP in the back. He's not likely to live. I wouldn't count him as a living unit, but you're doing okay here. Just ignore the battle cruiser in a similar situation. You're going to lose a Thor here, but just keep fighting the ground units. The Thors can't fight the air units well enough to be worth the cost. Kill. Kill. I think he's just out-macroing you right now. He is out-macroing you. You need to macro up and form a ball. You do, however, have a lot more expansions. You got a good chance of this. So, your opponent is defending right now. He's got this shit going on. What's in your mind? opponent. Think. This is something that I want you to memorize. Opponent, turtle equals you expand. And so you're doing a great job of that. You've already done it. I'm so impressed. You're definitely mining out these expansions. It's beautiful. Now you're starting to get on top of your macro, and you're going to go hit the side here. I love this. You might actually... Oh, no, he's got Hellions. They're red flame, though, so you can just be like, LOL. Seriously, red flame Hellions are worthless. As, I guess... Huh. Oh, I just thought of something. This actually made me feel good to think about. They're like, shit, our sim just wore off, and now we're going to be lit on fire. And you're going to go ahead and hit a dead refinery with, like, idle SCVs. Terran players have, like, 3 extreme harass and not effective in army units. Hellion, finger up. Finger 2, Reaper, finger 3, Banshee. Banshees can be more effective with the army. They're pretty effective units in general, but those are kind of designed to be harassed.